name is Olga Donchenko with carpage.com, and today I'm meeting with Kyle Birch, General Manager of Cava Restaurant, and Jeremy Saluma, who is the chef at the restaurant.
Hello.
Hi guys, thanks for meeting with me. So first off, question for you. Tell me about the restaurant. Tell me about Cava. I know it's Tapas, Spanish influence, so tell me about the restaurant. How did it come up?
Well, I think Jeremy and I were having a conversation today leading up to this, and we were thinking how best to describe the restaurant. He said something really perfect. He said that it's a restaurant that's worthy of special occasions, but retains the intimacy of the neighborhood restaurant.
I noticed that you guys changed the menu. What inspires you to do the changes, and how did you come up with the dishes on the menu?
I try to change the menu per season. So in spring, when there's a lot of fresh ingredients like baby carrots, radishes, and things like that, I'll try to incorporate that into the menu. I'm always learning about new Spanish techniques and recipes, so if I find something that really interests me, I'll try to use that as well.
Is there anything in particular that inspires you?
A lot of things do. Right now, we just previously done a dinner around a Catalonian theme, so I've been researching more on that. So you'll see a lot of things like that on the menu.
What would be an absolute must-have of your menu?
You know, I think we have a few that really, I think, define us. But for myself, it's the Super Quilda, which is a meeting place for three iconic Spanish food items. You have the pan con tomate, which is toast that's been brushed with garlic and tomato. Okay. And then on top of that is a sardine fillet, escabeche. So it's given a light shallow fry and an overnight pickle. And then finishing is the quilda, which is a banderia, essentially of anchovy, olive, and guindilla pepper. That is a really classic Basque style pincho that just ties everything together. And it's just a quick bite.
Describing it.
And it's perfect with sherry. Absolutely
awesome.
perfect with sherry.
Awesome.
And Jared actually has.
So there's a dish that called the fried eggplant. So just eggplant that's just kind of dredged in a bit of cornstarch to make it super crispy. Sits in a really tart tomatillo salsa. Drizzle of honey just to kind of balance it out, and some smoky bonito flakes.
Oh, wow.
This is a dish that people who don't eggplant actually still really love it. That's probably one of the first eggplant dishes that I've ever enjoyed.
It's interesting that you're combining the savory, the sweet, and a little bit of the spicy in it.
Yeah.
You said the honey, and then you have the eggplant and a little bit of the flakes.
Absolutely. I mean, while the dish itself isn't like iconically Spanish in any way, especially with the use of tomatillo and bonito being from two different cultures, the idea of eggplant and honey itself as a combination is very, very Spanish.
You just need like a really sharp knife. You want to slice it as thin as possible.
What are some odd requests you have from customers, if you had any?
I don't think we've ever had any really terribly outlandish requests. I mean, there's the odd one where somebody's requested that quite a fatty fish just be cooked just slightly warm. But that wasn't that strange. I think for me, more on the wine side of things, especially being that we're a little bit north of downtown. Somebody asked me a little while ago, do you have any orange wine? It's finally come up here. Great, because we do. We've had orange wine for years, but we almost never sell it. And then in the last year, all of a sudden, we've gone through so much of it. It's just hilarious.
Oh, wow.
So I think that might be the oddest.
Would you think that's the same customer coming for your amazing orange wine, or do you think it's like different?
No, it's definitely a slew of different people. I mean, it's something that it's a very old style of wine that's become kind of trendy in a very niche way in the last for like 5 years or so. But certainly not in any way, shape, or form mainstream. So the fact that people are opening up to it is really exciting for me.
Anything exciting happening at Cava?
Jeremy's actually working on a really great project right now, or a couple of projects that we can't say a whole lot about it, but it's definitely doing with menu development and working with a lot of our own staff, our junior staff members, to actually start getting in-depth research into regional Spain, getting as kind of deep into it as we can, and looking at the rarities and the B-sides, if you will. A lot of dishes that people aren't necessarily going to be immediately familiar with, but will be a lot of fun to explore. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Exciting, sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Since you're talking about your staff, can you share maybe some of the tips? How do you motivate your staff? How do you stay motivated? I mean, it's a tough business. It's fast-paced.
It is. It is, absolutely. I think the easiest way just to motivate your staff is to be present, to be in the room, to be there with them, to figuratively lift the troubles of the day with them, and celebrate the victories together as a team. I think to be effective, you have to be you're a part of them, and that's the only way you can do it, I believe.
How about you, Jeremy? In the kitchen, it's a bit of a different environment. How do you motivate your staff?
So as Cal mentioned, there's this new project that we're doing where we're kind of diving into the regional Spain. Part of that is to help keep the staff engaged. So what we did was we did kind of a raft or a blind pick of different regions, so everyone got a region for themselves to research. And that's where they're going to come up with the historically significant dishes as well as their interpretations. So keeping the kitchen engaged is kind of what helps them. They're going to be learning a lot of managerial sides of things.
And I love it because you're changing and you're continuously researching and learning. You get their creativity going. I'm sure your creativity is going with those influences, but you're also encouraging them to make an influence. So it does sound like you have a very strong team that everybody contributes.
Oh, absolutely. Like for the wait staff side of things, once a week we get together at the end of Friday service. Somebody brings in 2 bottles of wine, a white and a red. That has to be ideally not Spanish, because we tend to live in an echo chamber of Spanish wine here.
Of course.
So we like to keep ourselves a little bit sharp with other regions, but also grapes that are not so super obscure that you can't test it. So anyway, we do blind tastings as a group, a structured blind tasting, and then we talk through all the various aspects of the wine, and then as a group try to figure out the variety in the region. And we've nailed 2 or 3.
Nice, sounds like fun.
We've been extremely surprised by a few of them.
The customers, would you say they're mostly from the neighborhood, or you draw from other areas of the city as well?
I mean, rather arbitrarily, I would say the number is probably 50 to 60% neighborhood, and then the rest would be a bit of destination for us. But yeah, at any given service, I'm pretty familiar with 20% of the room.
Do you have favorite spots in the neighborhood?
Jeremy?
Or maybe favorite things you like to do in the neighborhood? Maybe you like to go for a run?
Absolutely.
Or a stroll.
You know,
I mean, you are on your feet the whole time here, so
that is true.
the run is pushing it, but
I mean, like at the risk of sounding slightly macabre, I love the cemetery. Just a touch north of here, it's one of the most calm, peaceful places in the city. And if I'm ever feeling really stressed, I might just have a little walk up there and really just kind of take that in, and it does help ground me.
But it is a historic
Absolutely.
destination here. So share with us what's the best way for people to contact you if they want to book a table.
Perfect.
Or catering, I know you do that as well.
Yeah. You can contact us at 416-979-9918. You can also go onto our website and book directly through that avenue, and we'd love to have you.